Greetings, art connoisseurs. It's Drew. Time for another installment of the CPMA, and that's the California Picken Museum of Art, where I show you individual examples of fine art and antiquities from my own private collection. So let's go to this one today, guys. New to my collection, new acquisition for me. Normally I don't buy modern ethnic work. I have collected, bought and sold, and collected African antiquities, but it has to be pretty old for me to be interested in it. There's a lot of reproductions going around, and some of them are very good, and don't get me wrong, they have their decorative value, but I'm not really interested in buying new modern African works of art in general. However, sometimes you come across items that are exceptional and you just can't deny them, and then some of those rules go out the window. And that definitely happened on this piece right here. Normally you would think that this would be, I see some, busts or heads carved of African men and women, usually in pairs, and they're okay. They're made out of Makassar ebony or some type of dark ebonized wood, ironwood. But this one, I reached for it, and as soon as I picked it up, I knew it wasn't made out of wood, because this is carved out of some stone, you guys. Really finely carved out of some incredibly heavy stone. I do not think this is soapstone. It looks to me more like a marble of some sort, and it's dark charcoal in color. I can kind of adjust the light so you can see the darkness, and then it gets a little bit more gray. But look at the detail on this face. This is all done with a chisel, and it just blows my mind, because what happens if he just gets to the end and he's working on that ear, look at that ear, and he slips and he chips it, the whole thing's ruined. I mean, it just blows my mind how good these sculptors are. Now, check this out. First, I want to point out his lips are incredible. They have these little carved little lines in them. I don't know if I'm getting that very well on the camera, but all these little lines carved in the stone with a chisel, and the eyes just blow me away. Look at this, guys. When an artist can carve out in stone the eyes, and then include the pupil within those little holes, I mean, that's masterful. And when you see that done like this, these sculptures come alive. And when you see excellent sculptors sculpt like that, you know that's the real deal. Anyway, a solid piece of marble. There's the profile, and his hair is all chiseled out, little chisel marks, and then other parts of it are very super smooth, like the neck. Look at this. It's almost done in an Egyptian fashion, looking like an Egyptian king, all smoothed out, highly polished there. And I really like this little rim around the neck. The collar goes all the way around, and I'm going to cover that up for now. But you can see the collar is expressed in the back like that, with dimension. Very hard to do, very labor intensive. His neck is really smooth, and the ears are very well done. And anytime you move it, he looks a little different. He's kind of looking down, so I can bring it down a little bit so you can stare right into his face. But look at that. Wow. Such expression, huh? Just wanted to give you a little bit of moment of silence looking at that, taking it all in. Really cool. Now, normally I wouldn't mention a price that I pay for stuff on the CPMA. I think this stuff is heavily undervalued. So I'm not so threatened by you know, exposing the price of what I got it for. But when you see it, $4. I mean, how long would it take anybody to carve that to such perfection? Probably 60, 80 hours, I don't know, and it wouldn't even look anywhere close to that. So, anyway, I tried looking him up. His name is Isaac Toyasapari. Isaac Toyasapari. And I don't know if that's an African name. I would imagine it is. It's carved in there inside the stone. This thing weighs 5 pounds, more than 5 pounds. Solid stone. Here's the bottom, so you can see I'm not just blowing smoke. That's hard stone. That's not hollow. That's not composition. That's the real deal, solid stone. So, tried looking him up. Anyone wants to help me out on that? Isaac Toyasapari, Toyisapari. And you know what's funny? He planned the sculpture out so well, and all the details and stuff. He didn't plan on how long his name was going to be on the sculpture, and so he ended up actually having to almost hyphenate his name. And when I was looking this up originally, I thought that was his last name, Toyasapa, and R.E. might have stood for, you know, Rhodesia or something. I don't know. But no, it turns out that this is his whole name, Toyasapari. So if you guys can find out more about him, I'd appreciate it. I saw something up on the internet, but this guy's too good to be an amateur and not to be a little bit in the public eye, because he is super good. It wouldn't surprise me if he was something special, because that's pretty darn good. Anyways, if you like the video, please share on Google Plus and Facebook. Come on back to the CPMA, the California Pickin' Museum of Art. Alright guys, keep on picking your fine art. Cheers now.